Funko sucks. No, really, look at this. What the fuck is this? What am I looking at? I couldn't. People buy it! As you know, Funko has recently lost their license, and I thought it would be probably the perfect time to make a video about this. That being about the horrible, terrible, garbage products that Funko has consistently come out with. And starting off with the figures, you know, they're not that bad. They're actually pretty good. That's what I would say if I was a lying son of a bitch, and I'm not. They are that bad. They are legitimately that bad. The first series they came out with is trying to put together the build Springtrap and you have it fucking explode in your hands. I didn't know I would have a live grenade out of a plastic figure. One of their biggest issues is rehashing the same thing over and over with these fucking sets here. That being of doing 1 million black lights and over 1,000 fucking green, yellow, purple stuff. Or Christmas Day, or things that aren't even in the games. They outright refuse to do any of the actual in-game characters for whatever reason, because Funko is allergic to making money for whatever reason. And not to mention that they have consistently spoiled every single game by accidentally leaking the figures, which has happened, I think, one too many times. That might unironically play into why they lost their license. And there are a few good ones, seriously good ones, like the ones right here, and there. But then the rest. But all in all, they aren't actually that bad. They do have a few good ones, but they have a lot more bad ones, so it's not a good ratio. Now going into the children's stuffed animals, which I genuinely don't want to make this. All right, this was off a whim topic I thought about talking about. Is this whole video was just now they have been consistently decent, other than, you know, not looking like them at all and just downright ugly. All right, now to the segment that I did not want to do the most, the pops, the wet dream, everyone's favorite, point at and gawk and say, I know that character, I know that one. Yeah, those. I'm not gonna lie, they are pretty cool. I've always loved them, even though I associate anyone having them being extremely yeah, they are exactly what they are. Again, the issue with having rehashes, blacklight after blacklight, neon, just to make the characters that people want. One series I did really like when they came out with it is their statue series. That's when I bought those immediately. They looked beautiful. Now, some of them are a little low quality. It's basically them just upscaling some of the figures they already have. But they had a few gold ones too. That being only one of them. I lied. They're actually really bad. There's only one good one. Don't buy these. Buy this one. This one's cool. And one of the most annoying things that Funko would do is not only would they reuse designs over and over and over to the point where it just didn't work at all, they would steal like fan-made designs. It's weird because you gotta think this is a multi-billion-dollar company. I think, maybe. I don't know. Throw up the fucking number or something right here. There it is. Are they? Probably, maybe. I don't know how you fuck up that bad. With that being said, I do not hate this company, or maybe I do. I don't know how I feel about it. I'll just say it was nostalgic to me at some point. I remember being a wee lad, going to a Toys R Us and finding a Freddy Fazbear figure and thinking that was the shit. And I look back and see how ugly that sumbitch was, double-decker teeth type shit. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like, because apparently that actually helps. I didn't know it did. Yeah, it took me 2 fucking years, but now I know. So, there you go. Please do that. Maybe I should have put that at the beginning and not the very end. But hopefully you made it to the end. So goodbye.